This video shows you how to prepare METIman's onboard bleeding system. Here's what you'll need: the trauma fill tank, the overflow bottle, distilled water, red food coloring for mixing simulated blood. Don't use commercially available simulated blood, and some towels. Prepare the trauma fill tank by connecting the clear trauma fill tank line to the overflow bottle lid. Then attach the overflow bottle to the trauma fill tank with a carabiner clip. If you haven't done so already, pour the desired amount of clear distilled water or distilled water mixed with food coloring to simulate blood into the trauma fill tank, but don't use more than 4 liters. The trauma fill tank transfers fluid to the simulator through 2 lines that you'll need to attach to the corresponding ports on the simulator. This is the vent line. It's identified by a yellow tag and has a white connector. This is the fill line. It's identified by a blue tag and has a beige connector. The fill and vent lines from the trauma tank are connected to the fill and vent ports for METIman's blood reservoir, located on the simulator's right hip. The ports are covered by METIman's skin, so you'll need to unzip the skin on the right side and pull it back to uncover them. Then lower the waistband of the skin shorts by releasing them from the white shorts retainer post on the hip. Here you can see 3 ports. This is the lower moulage port. This is where the line from the wound umbilical will be connected later. The beige port is the fill port, and the white port is the vent port. Before connecting the trauma tank lines to the ports, confirm that the trauma fill tank is depressurized by turning the yellow pressure relief valve clockwise until you hear it click. When the valve is open, there's a gap between the yellow valve and the black plastic washer. Then close the yellow relief valve by turning it clockwise until you hear it click again. When the valve is closed, there's no gap between the yellow valve and the black plastic washer. Now you can connect the white vent line connector to the white vent port on METIman. It's important to connect the vent line first in case the trauma tank was not depressurized as described earlier. Then connect the beige fill line connector to the beige fill port. The trauma fill tank needs to be pressurized to pump fluid into the onboard reservoir. Unlock the pump handle by turning it counterclockwise. Make sure to turn only the pump handle. If you turn the pump mechanism, you may loosen the pump from the tank. Although we're pressurizing the tank on a table, it is much easier to pressurize the tank on the floor. Pump the tank handle 25 to 35 times to pressurize the tank and transport fluid to the onboard reservoir. When the tank is pressurized, pumping will become difficult. Do not exceed 35 strokes. Now turn the pump handle clockwise to lock it back into the pump assembly. It takes approximately 2 to 3 minutes to fill the blood reservoir. Watch the overflow bottle attached to the trauma tank. When it begins to fill with fluid, the onboard reservoir is full. Immediately release pressure from the tank by turning the yellow pressure relief valve clockwise until all air pressure is gone. Once you've released pressure from the tank, you can disconnect the fill line from the simulator, then disconnect the vent line. This video showed you how to prepare METIman's onboard bleeding system. If you need more information, please consult the METIman user guide or call CAE Healthcare Customer Service at 1-866-462-7920 or at one of our international numbers if appropriate. If you found this video helpful and would like to see more, visit our website at www.caehealthcare.com.